Hi, this is Eric with TruePoint Design. Today I'd like to go over a few of our products. Alright, let's get started. So, a lot of you have seen we've added a whole line of different little fidget characters from Flexi Factory. Ours are made to be keychains, and the material that I use is called TPU, which is a flexible material. It's pretty durable stuff. That's why we chose it. To be honest with you, I have more complaints with the chains breaking than we do of the creatures themselves. My son is 8 and he has one on his book bag and gets pulled and tugged all day long and continues to survive. We have the T-Rex, and we have a fox, a scorpion, we have this is the Prince Frog. Look at that, he's pretty cool. There we go. For our fishermen, we have ourselves a little bony fish. Look cool on a tackle box or them boat keys, for sure. This TPU, it can be used on a car mirror, or if you want to hang on a Christmas tree. This stuff is pretty durable. I live in South Dakota. It gets cold, it gets hot here, and we haven't had any problems with discoloring or the melting hanging right into the mirror. The material that I use, there's many different kinds of TPU out there, but the brand I use is very expensive, but it is a very good quality, and that's why we use it. Little elephant, he is my daughter's favorite. We have the squirrel. Hangs that way. Little friend of the T-Rex, we got the Triceratops. Keychain. My mother's favorite. There you go. The turtle. We have many different options to choose from, so I'm a little concerned about keeping up, but we have purchased quite a bit more equipment to deal with these guys. It takes a special machine with special material to produce them, but it's something that we're excited to bring to everyone. A little spider for Halloween. Yes, we have also a skeleton here. It's pretty popular for Halloween. Now these little guys are not my design. They are a Flexi Factory, and I am an official seller of his. So I pay him to give permission to sell his items. This is a 12-inch dragon. They are available online currently. Soon we will be adding, I believe this is going to be 18 inches dragon, which the 12 is, it's nice, modest for kids, and it's the right size and the right price for the right people. The length does increase a little bit, but the girth of them increased quite a bit, so the price has to accommodate the material. Keep that in mind. So we're going to be adding this size, and then we will be selling, we currently are selling our motorcycle whips. These are really popular with the dragons. They've been doing really good. We'll be selling them without the motorcycle bit in here, and he's even a little bit more lengthy, as you can see. And then I will eventually here, probably won't release this until after Christmas, but if you want to, or you request something like this, of the larger dragon, he is the biggest one I can print currently, and he is huge. I've only printed a couple of these for friends and family that have requested them. They take quite a bit to print, quite a bit of plastic, but if it's something you're interested in, feel free to message me. If you ever have any requests, see if I can make something. If you want me to make something in like the giant size, like for example, this elephant, we can make him in a huge size. And I have no problem doing that. I just don't know, you know, if I'll be creating listings right away for the bigger guys. But you can always message me and we can set up a one-time purchase, or I'll make a listing at that time if people express interest in it. So that's about, we can make a giant sloth. I also have the sloths in the little size 2 here. And they're all made of that TPU. So, I mean, they are meant to take an abuse. All my stuff, I give it to my son and see how long it survives, to be honest with you. And if he doesn't wreck it, then, you know, we're doing pretty good. We have the alligator with the top hat. He's also been pretty popular for Halloween. Looks pretty nifty on the book bags. So on the book bag front, so to give you an idea, this is my daughter's book bag, and she's always rocking some kind of fidget that she steals out of my office. Currently we have the pink T-Rex. She thinks it's so nifty. Her brother's got an orange one. So we're rocking the T-Rex right now. Oh, we got a giant turtle over here. Oh, look at that guy. All right. For you, though, that are looking for the puzzles, we will get there. I just wanted to go over the fidgets. Oh, I got to share this with everybody. This guy, I'm working on a giant, mega, human-sized dragon for my wife. This will be a mannequin display at our local pumpkin patch. So, super excited. I'll share this as it progresses through the project. So, also, we have my personal design little fidgets here. My kids always mess with something. These are made of PLA, so but they enjoy them. They're quite popular. We have the flower currently, and we have the dragon one, and they just like to fiddle around with them. Now these are made of the PLA, but as you can see, it's a lot thicker pieces, so they can withstand quite a bit more abuse than, say, if your little creatures were made of the PLA. Now, this is a PLA creature. You can hear the scales, which is all great, but sometimes for teachers and parents, this can be a little bit annoying if you're constantly hearing this noise. And you want something a little bit quieter and softer. That's where I print all mine out of PLA. Now, this is a PLA. This is what I print my little creatures with. You can see that they take quite a bit of stretching. That's about as far as I feel comfortable pulling them out without breaking. He can, you know, take quite a bit of whamp. And see, there you go. That's a good example. The alligator didn't break. The chain will break. And that's a good sign. That's what we want. I mean, it's still, oh no, I lost my alligator, but he isn't wrecked. Hopefully we can retrieve him. But there you go. That gives you an idea of the durability of our product here. Now, this is a PLA version of it. He's quite a bit, you know, he's the same size, but they're smaller. You know, it's 5 to 6 inches. And that's why I don't print my little creatures in PLA. It breaks my heart to do that. But, so there's lots of different options out there, but, you know, 3D printing isn't the same across the board. It includes the material. Now, there are stronger PLA out there. I personally, though, being with kids, didn't find that this was going to be a great option for me. So that's why I went with the TPU option. Okay, enough about that. Get into a few puzzles, and then we're going to double back and talk about a few of these little cool trucks and options that we have there. So, starting out our season with puzzles, we have a whole bunch, and this is not all. We have a whole bunch of the Peekaboo puzzles from last year. We revamped the maze. It's a totally new maze, a little bit trickier. It is, of these size puzzles, the Peekaboo is the hardest puzzle maze. Get my mazes out here. So, this is the Peekaboo maze. It goes around here, quite a bit of different ways to get lost, and through the zigzags work their way out. Now, that said, if a child understands the whole concept of these puzzles, eventually they're going to figure out their way to figure it out. And they're meant to be for kids and to be fun and a way to, slow them down and enjoy, receiving that cash. This is an example map. You will be receiving your puzzles. Will come in a Ziploc bag like this. Inside we'll have instructions on how to insert the money. This is the bigger one, along with a paper map in most cases, and then your puzzles. Each puzzle has its own map that it comes with. Okay. For the Peekaboo and all of my smaller puzzles, they all have a hole in the bottom of them so that you can roll up the money, stick it in the end, and then use this little pin that I provide, and I'll give you a couple of them. You roll up the money, you stick it into the end here, you use the plunger side, you push it down flush, take it over, or flip it over to the pin side, insert it into the bottom, push it down. The dollar bill will unroll, and then it will stay inside the puzzle. Okay? Now, this is how I recommend you do it. Kids are better with the puzzles than most adults. So if you go to messing around with this and you can't get it and you're halfway in between open and close, it's going to be difficult for me to try to explain how to get it back. So my recommendation is to plan to put one bill in the bottom and be done with it, and then just give it. Trust me, they'll figure it out. It comes with the map. I would recommend you not giving them the map right away. Let them struggle a little bit, have the map in a card. A lot of kids, they go right for the puzzle, they don't open the card. It'd be a good little bit of a, see, you should read the card, clue. So that would be my recommendation, because they'll figure it out in most cases. Especially you get to that preteen area, they're going to be able to go through it. My son, he's 8 and he puts all our puzzles together here, so to give you an idea. He is more than capable of handling this. Our 6-year-old, she's pretty good with a little guidance and help, and that's just it. Kind of explain to the younger ones on how it works and how to go about it, and they figure it out pretty quickly. We spent quite a bit on getting new machines. The quality of our prints, I think, are very well. That is another example of our Peekaboo one. So that is the Peekaboo. Couple side projects with the Peekaboo that I'm working on. There'll be a separate listings for the black and the white, just as themselves, that I'll be adding here in the next couple weeks. I believe these would make really good for wedding gifts or groomsmen gifts or a graduation gift. I do have the larger puzzles for the graduation gift, but sometimes that's a bit too much, and people just went with something more simple and modest, but yet again want to have a little bit more fun. So these will be available in these two options as their separate listings. Another project that we worked on over the summer here, and we're just finishing rolling out how to go about it. We had a customer, they weren't able to have a party for a special event to announce their member of their family. So they requested us to print pink and blue and pink puzzles. Now these puzzles, they do not have the money slot on the bottom because we didn't want to give the surprise away by any means whatsoever. So these will be able to be purchased. They will have the closed bottom. From there, you can either type up a message, or what I would recommend is that you can go online and then you can send me whatever you would like, and I will cut it out and I will insert it into the puzzle for them, and then I can send them all to you, or if you want to make multiple purchases and have them sent out to individuals as a gift, we sure can do that. A fun way to kind of spread the joy and the fun with everybody. These will also come with the map. If you don't want me to send the map, send me a message. Sending me a message. If you send me a message, chances are I'm going to come back with a counter question just to make sure that everybody is clear. So please, if you send me a message, check your messages so that you are receiving mine in return. I just want to make sure that you're happy with your item. I can't do anything about it once it's there. So that is the Peekaboo puzzle. Like I said, that is probably more of the difficult of the smaller ones, but still it's fun. You know, it's meant to be fun, not to be over the top. We have puzzles that are way worse than this, but we'll get to them in a second here. Now we have our second popular one. Now last year all the puzzles were all the same, and they all had this as their path. Not everyone's favorite, so we kind of mixed it up and we went through, and we only have the money bag will have this map, but the Peekaboo and the Christmas tree both got their own individual and new puzzle. So this is the Christmas tree path. As you can see here, at the start. So when they pull it out, they get lost down in this area here that is not going to lead to an exit. I like to always make like a little trick, you know, and hide the exit, you know, somewhere where they're not gonna find it right off the get-go. So a little design change just to improve the quality of our Christmas tree, but still the same concept. You know, a nice option if you purchased the Peekaboo last year, you could go with the Christmas trees this year, or vice versa. So we also still have the money bag and the smiley face. So we'll roll right into that. The money bag has the same puzzle as all the puzzles did last year. The money bag and the birthday cake. Just because I did time, wanted to keep at least one of the original and go. So that's our money bag. Still a nice option for Christmas. And then you still get the simple birthday cake one. And that has the same maze as the money bag. Them are the only two that are the same. And just for reference again, that is this map right here. Okay? And then we have our loving face. He's picked up quite a little bit of popularity and a bit of a following this year. And he's kind of fun, you know, fits all. He was meant for Valentine's Day, but sure could be given out for Christmas, that special day, or birthday for sure. This is the map for that particular puzzle. This one can be, it's simple in its way, but it gets tricky because it has like a full rotation that it has to do, kind of like a screw inside of it, and that gets people kind of mixed up because it seems like they're backtracking, but they're not. But once they get the hang of it, it's, you know, not a too difficult puzzle by any means, but still a nice, fun way to give a gift. We want people to have fun with our puzzles, not to be upset. And everybody has their different levels of what is fun and what isn't. Okay, that sums up our smaller puzzles. Now, roll into a new puzzle that we have. So, everybody has that guy in your family or friend that No matter what the gift is or the gimmick, he always seems to be the first one to figure it out, right? And he always, oh, these silly money puzzles, I got it. Or they're the shake the box gift, or that guy that always has a practical joke. This puzzle is for that individual. This puzzle has been printed in place. Its puzzle and the outer part are all one piece. You can mess with this and mess with it and mess with it all day long, and it will never open. Never open. It does not have a solution. It comes with the hole to make it look like all my other puzzles, and I pre-insert a fake 100. I'll show you that. It's as good as I can get without probably getting in any trouble, right? So I just print them off, I roll them up, I stick them inside of them to get them kind of like a decoy. So they're like, oh, there's something down in there. I see it. He wouldn't have put fake money or put money in it and then not be able to get it out. I had my niece and nephews going for about 2 hours messing around with it before I let in on the little joke here. So these are available online. So they got the little evil face on them. So they never open. Okay? They never open. Key there. I'm really terrified of somebody sending me a message that they added money to it. And yeah, it ain't going to open without breaking it. That said, I forgot one little thing here. These are designed to roll up one bill and to insert them. If you want to take it apart, you can roll up and probably fit about 3 bills inside. But they're designed, and that's the only way I can do it, so I can provide the whole. They're all sold, put together, because majority of people, that's what they want. They buy 10 of these, and they just want to insert their money in and go. All my stuff is patent pending, so everybody out there, please, put a lot of time and work into these. Excuse me. Talking too much here. Okay. Rolls into our gift card puzzles here. So, as you can see, we had these toward the end of last year. I went through and souped up the maze. Oh, I gotta find the right maze. Apparently I lost my big one. So, as you can see, the maze on the gift card puzzles are significantly harder than the smaller ones, and they should. Now I say gift card, but you can still insert money in the bottom. You just fold it in half, like this, and then I provide a little tool the same as the other ones, and you shove it into the bottom, okay? So we have 2 of the graduation ones. I'll pull this one out of the bag. And they say class of 22. If that's not the class you want, you're ready to go for 23, shoot me a message and I can surely change the date on them. So, but for Christmas, we have the Santa Sleigh one and the Snowman one. And you can see the 2 different colors. This is a special machine, special program to make them this way. As you can see in the video there, pretty good quality for printed parts. So we are heading out of the print quality and heading into more of our high-end, in my opinion, on the plastic. So I'll try to open this one a little bit. See in there all the the zigzags and whatnot. So it can be pretty tricky to get this guy open and figure out the path, but definitely an upgrade from the little guys. So this would be good for teenagers and adults, not for the younger kids at all. Have the birthday cake, which is a similar concept. Sorry about that. I had to go get a drink here. Okay. So, like I was saying, 2 different options for the Christmas one. And then we also have a birthday cake one. Design changed a little bit because of the 2 colors. So that machine is not easy. It's definitely my more finicky piece of equipment, but it's a real fun product that we're happy to provide. Okay, quite a bit of pile here. Roll in here. I have one more puzzle left, so if you're interested in the puzzles, I have one more to show here. I just want to take a quick break and show you some of my trucks here. So I designed these little piggy banks. This is 100% my design. They're printed in place, the wheels all spin. The kids and I had tested one of these. We filled it plumb full of pennies, and we dropped it off of 4 feet. Now, I would not recommend you to buy these and do the exact same thing, but they are durable to be sitting on a dresser. If it accidentally rolls off, that is going to be okay. Probably sell the piggy banks for sure with like a little wheel chuck, so I'll provide that if somebody wants one of those. Now, these all can be customized if you want. Currently, just shoot me a message, and I have no problems adding whatever you would like on the door of the truck or anywhere else that you would prefer. So just once again, shoot me a message, and then make sure you're available so I can respond to the message. I believe I have all the listings with black wheels only as an option, but you sure can message me once again, and we can go with any color that you prefer. Now, this is how this product completely started. I used to make these metal, and due to energy costs and material costs, I just couldn't feasibly do it anymore. But what these are is if you have an individual that likes a particular kind of soda or beer or beverage of their choice that they're really a big fan of, but they can't ever find any like items to go along with it, or they're looking for something special. This is designed so you could take any can that you prefer and make, we call a field truck out of it. All right, so whatever fuels you, you can make an own little truck. So Budweiser, a Coca-Cola truck. That was a normal can. This is the long can, so depending on what they prefer. So I'll give you an idea. And then we even can go to the mega can, right? And it still all looks very nice on the back of that little truck there. So that's kind of how it was designed to kind of fit anything, any option that anybody wanted. So definitely a fun little choice out there. These, like I said, you can order them. I can customize them. I can put whatever you want on the door. And how that goes about is I print the letters raised, and then I kind of brush over them with a Sharpie, and that's how it's done. That's currently how I'm doing it. I'm working on in the future maybe to change that a bit, but it looks fine. This one I did earlier this summer, and it's been in my house, and it's not worn off or anything. So one other little truck that I'm working on, I'm not quite sure if we're gonna, when we'll release it. He is called the fidget truck. So if you ever wondered what fidgets would be as a wheel, there it is. It's a fidget truck. So he is tiny. It'll be just a fun little toy option. He's just a little flatbed, nothing too fancy, but it's kind of hard to show. But as he's pushed, it wiggles around, and it is kind of fun. So we'll be adding that hopefully here soon as one of our options to purchase. All right. Now for the grand finale of our puzzles. If you're looking for a puzzle that is mostly impossible, I have the puzzle for you. This puzzle is very difficult. It is impossible to open without looking at the map. The map will be provided, and this map will be laminated, because if you lose it or if you don't have it, you can't open it. Now that said, if you lose it, I have all these maps on our listing, so if you ever want to go online, you can find the map. The reason it is so difficult, it is one puzzle, but it is two puzzles. So it has one path down here, but two pins. One pin, or one puzzle, is covering the path. So this piece and this piece both move, okay? So this one gets tricky. If you purchase this, insert the money in here and leave it alone. Do not try to mess with it before you give it to them, because chances are you're not going to get it back together. It has kind of a little, I mean, if you get it and it's open like that, just push it down and it'll lock into place. And then they just rotate this out. Now, the trick of it is they got to look at the map and kind of work their way through this so that they can get this piece all the way out. Once you get this piece all the way out, you still can't get to the money. Then you have to do the exact same path on this side to get this pin all the way out. The money comes out through a slot in the middle. It doesn't come out through the end like the other ones. So this puzzle is very difficult. I designed this puzzle and I cannot open it without looking at the map. So I made this for one of my nephews, quite a bit older, and let him mess around with it, and he took him quite a bit, but he did eventually get it open looking at the map. I've given it to engineers and they can't get it open without looking at the map, because you're 100% blind going through this, and you can see the ups and downs, and it's a hard one. So if you want a gift that is almost impossible but still possible, here it is. Okay, these are going to be running around the same price range as these puzzles, because they're quite a bit to print and they take quite a bit to assemble, because it's difficult for me. I got to put them all together like this too. So looking at other things and options, Flex Factory, or Flexi Factory, sorry, he is adding new creatures constantly. So check out our page occasionally if you are interested in any new Flexi friends and fidgets. I will be adding a tire version, as you can see I'm working on it, of a fidget here shortly. And sorry. Oh, that's what it was. If you want anything of a custom print, these would be a special order. They will come with a special order price, because they aren't the easiest to print. But I sure can do that. We're going to get pretty busy here, hopefully, in October and November. But if this is something that you're interested in, please let me know. Shoot me a message. sorry. Got the frog in the 2-cone colors. Some of them don't work the best like this, but I surely can try. And if you message me and I say that I don't recommend it, then I don't recommend it. I want everybody to be happy with their purchases. Their legs just seem to be a little bit more sticky when with the 2 colors, because they're switching colors on and off. So I will say that. Now he still looks fine, and that's why I said some of them this option is available. Some of them it isn't. The dragons, it doesn't really print very well, and it gets pretty difficult to break them up into multiple colors. That said, currently. So same with the giant guys. If there's anything that you want, shoot me a message, and away you go. So I will be posting this on YouTube and whatnot, and be sending this out to everybody, and that's why you're receiving this. I also will be sending it out to anybody that makes a purchase. So thank you for everybody that purchased from TruePoint Design. You can find us on Etsy. Thank you. Bye-bye.